Story time, story time, story time, story. Story time, story time, story time, story. Story time, story time, story time with Uncle Kolby. Story time, story time.
Hello friends, and welcome to Storytime with Uncle Kolby. Today we are going to embark on a wild and imaginative journey filled with adventure, wonder, and limitless possibilities. Can you guess what our theme for today is? That's right, it's all about using our imagination. Our imagination is like a magic wand with the power to take us to faraway lands, to create new worlds, and to discover incredible things. Today, we're going to read a story that will inspire us to use our imagination in the most extraordinary way. It's called The Night Owl Goes to Space. It's written by Kim C. Lee and Vera Cicilline. And I promise you, by the end of this episode, you'll be itching to create your own adventure using nothing but your imagination. Before we dive into the story, let me share a little lesson about using our imagination. You see, our imagination is like a muscle that needs to be exercised in order to become stronger. The more we let our minds wander, the more our imagination will grow and help us to discover new and exciting things. Imagination also allows us to see things from different perspectives, to think outside of the box, and to dream big. It opens up our minds to endless possibilities and helps us to become more creative and adaptable.
Once there was a little girl named Lily who loved to explore the magical world of her imagination. One day, while playing in her backyard, she stumbled upon a shiny red button. Intrigued, Lily pressed the button and suddenly she was whisked away to a land of talking animals and singing trees. She met a friendly fox named Felix. "Lily, welcome to the enchanted forest," Felix exclaimed. "Whoa, this place is amazing," Lily said, taking in the sights and sounds of the magical forest. Together, they went on all sorts of adventures, like climbing rainbow mountains and sliding down cotton candy slides. Along the way, they met a wise owl named Olivia. "Hoo-hoo, young one. Always remember to use your imagination to create wonderful adventures," Olivia advised. Lily nodded, eager to continue her exploration of the enchanted forest. Suddenly, they heard a loud bang coming from the direction of the fairy castle. They hurried over and found the fairy queen, Luna, in distress. "Oh, dear fairies, the rainbow bridge to the land of dreams is broken," Luna moaned. "We can help fix it with our imagination," Lily suggested, as she and her newfound friends concocted a plan. They gathered colorful feathers and sparkling dust, humming a magical tune, and soon the rainbow bridge was repaired. The fairies cheered with joy, and Lily beamed with pride, knowing that she had helped save the land of dreams. As a reward, the fairies granted Lily a magical star that would always guide her back to the enchanted forest whenever she used her imagination. With a happy giggle, Lily bid her new friends farewell and returned home, her heart full of wonder and delight. From that day on, she never stopped using her imagination to create extraordinary adventures.
Sometime last night, I finally nodded off. I fought hard not to sleep, but the pillow was soft. I started to dream. I imagined so clear. A tall floating stack of brown wooden stairs. Outside of my window, it started to rise. Step after step, it went up to the sky. I grabbed my spacesuit, helmet, and shoes. I was going to space with no time to lose. I started to climb and looked down at the view. I saw grass, I saw streets, I saw buildings I knew. The lake and the city, the mountains and trees, all looked so tiny, it was hard to believe. Flocks of birds and airplanes whizzed by. I was leaving the earth and didn't even cry. The higher I went, it got colder and colder. I walked through clouds and space got closer. The light turned to darkness, the sky filled with stars. It became peacefully quiet, so I decided to pause. I looked up and down to see what I could see. What I saw was breathtaking, a mighty sight to me. To the left was the sun, Mercury and Venus. To the right, more planets. Seeing them left me speechless. Most distant was Neptune, so brilliant and blue. Uranus, its neighbor, was bright and blue too. I saw Phobos and Deimos, the moons of Mars. I saw falling meteors become shooting stars. I was awed by Jupiter's striped and swirled patterns. I saw beautiful ringlets wrapped around Saturn. Dazzling constellations and streaming comets, gigantic satellites and roaring rockets. There were countless cool things to see out in space, just orbiting and floating in this wondrous place. The silence in the air was interrupted by a beep. Then came more sound. Beep, 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 beep. I was confused and unsure. What could it be? I decided to go home to see what I could see. From darkness to light, through white misty clouds, I passed the birds flying high and the planes humming loud. I walked over the barn, the park, and the city. I looked down at the cars, moving about so busy. I climbed through the window and back into my bed. I watched in surprise as the stairs disappeared. In a sleep so deep and a dream so amazing, I climbed a tall stack of stairs to do more than stargazing. Now, every night, I dream of exploring and know anything is possible, even when I am snoring. And that, my friends, was the incredible story of how the night owl goes to space. This little night owl used the power of his dreams and imagination to achieve something extraordinary. So let's take a moment to close our eyes and imagine. Imagine all the magical places we can go, the amazing things we can do, and the wonderful stories we can create. And with that, we have come to the end of another episode of Storytime with Uncle Kolby. Remember, keep using that imagination. And who knows, maybe one day you'll go on your own adventure to space, just like our friend, the night owl. I'll see you soon.
Storytime, 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 story. Storytime, 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 story. Storytime, storytime, storytime with Uncle Kolby. Storytime, storytime.